Hello everybody, my name's Drew and welcome back to more Feed the Beast. How's everybody doing? We're hanging out here in our happy little home on the hills, getting ready to do some serious work today. Super serious. So serious that, no, I got nothing. This isn't going to be that serious, but it's going to be a lot of work and it's going to be a lot of fun. And before we get started, let's take a bit of a tour to see something that I upgraded here. Now, you know, I've been talking a lot about our applied energistics setup, and what I'm about to show you has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with power delivery. I know, more power stuff. See, I decided to take some of our basic capacitors and move them down here. 9 of them to be, in fact, as you can see by the fact that this currently holds 9 million RF. And, whoa, why are you not inputting and outputting right now? But always, what's going on? Output, there we go. I'm wondering why you're not getting, oh, let's actually go max output is only like 2,000. Like 1,000. There we go. So our machines, so you see that I decided to go ahead and just add these capacitor banks in order to keep our machines down here happy running on a delightfully high-powered line, so you can see that there. This is only a temporary solution, obviously. It's not quite enough to fully power this, which I'm kind of concerned about, to be perfectly honest. Let's try going 1,500 and see what happens. Everything looks okay. It looks okay for now. But yeah, I figured we needed a better power solution for our bees, and so we have it. We've got our power solution. They're running, they're happy, they're making more of each other. Everything is great. In our main power, which I'll go and show you, I upgraded that by basically reducing it and changing what capacitor we were using. So if we remember, we were using those basic capacitors. Well, now we have just regular capacitors, not to be confused with basic. These each hold 5 million RF. Yeah, that's 5 million, 5 with 6 zeros after it. 5 million, 6 of them equaling obviously 30 million, inputting and outputting at 30,000 RF per tick, which is kind of insane when you think about it. So I probably need to upgrade this to accept a little more output, a little more power in order to get that guy going. But whatever, we're fine. We'll be okay for now. So everything's moving pretty well down here. And our next focus is obviously going to be with applied energistics. Like I said, we're going to be building something today that I'm going to call the Applied Energistics Controller Cube. That's not actually its name. Actually, I really don't think it has a name. It was developed by a Reddit user, and I'm going to link it in the description box for when the video has actually been posted, which would be when you're watching it. I don't know why I'm telling you. It's like, this is like a note to myself as much as to you guys, because of course if I don't, I will forget. But anyway, we're going to be building this 5x5 by 5 slightly controller unit. Excuse me. Built into it will be a bunch of terminals, storage for lots of things, multiple drives, a cell workstation with I/O port and everything else, internally able to maintain multi-crafting or auto-crafting. It'll make our crystals for us. It'll basically condense a lot of the AE stuff that we need into one 5x5x5 slot, which is good. I'm happy with that. It's going to be quite a bit of work. And one of the things we need to make, well, I've already made a bunch of them. So you can see I've got 38 controller units because you have 2 in the floor there to make 40. Because we will need pretty much that many. Because there's, what, like 8 different, like, pillars that I'm actually going to need. Yeah, 8. Because I don't need to worry about the bottommost layer, as it's not going to be made of controllers. But the rest of it is made of controllers in different parts. Which means we actually need to build stuff. So we're going to need to do that. I'm going to adjust my headphones here. So let's get started here. And I've already made a few things. Specifically, I've made the terminals that we're going to need. And, oh, by the way, I made these look all nice with cable facades. We've got our controllers, and we have 1 of our processing units. We will need 3. So let's go crafting. Come on, I can't freaking type, man. It's hard to touch tape when there's stuff that I can't actually look at my keyword if I even wanted to. Let's go right here, crafting unit. So these are the guys responsible for actually doing your crafting, and they are made up of iron, some ME glass cable, which we should probably make more of. So let me go ahead and make some of this stuff. Make some of those just in case we're going to need them, because I have a sneaking suspicion that we may actually require them, and we'll use some of our flux results. So we should have enough to make what we need here. You know, crafting, so we've got one of them, we'll need 2 more. And then we also need similar, why are you not in one spot? So we've got our 3 crafting units. We're also going to need coprocessors. So coprocessors are what offload the crafting tasks to speed them up. They're speed boosts, effectively. And we're going to need 4 of them per. So that's going to be a total of 12, which means we're going to need, oh, okay, so we need more of these. Why don't we just make as many as we can, see how many we can actually make. Okay, so we got our 12 that we need. We'll toss these here, and then what did I say needed these? Engineering processor. Which we have 20 of them right now. 12. All right, so we got our coprocessing units. We will also need a bunch of different things, such as the cell workbench, which is what we use to tinker with cells and all sorts of stuff. I'll take a cell workbench. We're also going to need an I/O port, which would be, no, this guy. Now, a special I/O port would be useful, but we don't actually need one right now. So I'm not going to be too concerned about having one. So there's our I/O port. We will need drives, but we can build some of those later on, I guess. Or we can just build them now. How many drives do I even need? Well, we'll build like... Oh, we'll build 2 apparently, because we're out of engineering. Okay. What else did we need? We also needed chargers, which we have 1. We're also going to need a security terminal, which kind of not a super necessary thing, but it's nice to have access to. Oh, we can't build one just yet because we're going to need engineering processors. Okay, so we'll build that in a minute. What else did we require? We have the inscribers. We need to make 1 more inscriber, which will be this guy right here. We already have enough of the other. Ooh. Sticky pistons. All right. Do those. 1 of these. Bam. We have our inscriber. So we have 5 inscribers now. And the last thing we wanted to make, we have growth accelerators. We have inscribers. Interfaces. So we need interfaces and assemblers. These are what, if you guys remember, the molecular assemblers are what makes the actual autocrafting work, but they need the CPUs and blah, 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 blah. You guys know how all that works. We're going to also need storage, crafting storage space. So if we go storage, you'll see that there are various different sizes of crafting storage. We're going to go ahead and we'll be making the 16K storage, but we're going to need some devices first. We're going to need more of our crafting units, which we need. So we're going to need to make like, let's make, okay, apparently we're not making any more of those either. Okay, so I need to make a whole bunch more of processors. We're going to need a bunch of, well, how many processors do we even have? So I have a bunch of the gold processors. I'm going to have to make a bunch of the engineering and calculation processors. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, we're back, and we're about ready to make a whole bunch of stuff here, including interfaces. So how do we make interfaces? Well, pretty easily, actually. Using this guy right here, we make a whole bunch of them. We're going to need 31, which seems like a lot, and it is. Let's make that many of those. It is a lot of interfaces. You are right. But they're necessary for what we're doing. I hope I have enough quartz for this. It's the only question I've got. We should be good. That's what I wanted, interface. We wanted 31 of them. And then we need to make the assemblers that attach to them, which we'll need, I believe it was 8. Oh, there's a little extra. That's okay. And we want assembler. Molecular assembler. So we need some quartz glass, which I'm pretty sure we've got enough of. So we'll need 8 of those. And they can go like that. And make 7, because I ran out of quartz glass. And quartz dust, that's a problem. That's okay though. So we've got 8 of those. And then, okay, so now we're going to get into some other stuff. We're also going to need some stuff from Steve's factory manager. Specifically, we need the machine inventory manager. Which should be this guy right here. Pretty easy to make in the long run of things. So I'll make one of those. I've got so much crap in my inventory, man. Get here. I also made a couple of new 16K storage cells just for this rack, because it's getting kind of full. Again, we have a lot of stuff, guys. Okay, so we have our 8 of those. We've got the 3 of those. We have our interfaces, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's get to... Oh, we need energy cell. Dense. How do I make a dense energy cell? And 8 regular energy cells. Crap. Okay, so we need to make some fluix of dust. Fluix, how many of these? Oh, good. I can make another stack of you, no problem. This is realistically the only issue that I have with Applied Energistics 2. It is more so that there's a lot of manual things that, like, eventually gets to a point in Applied Energistics 1 where you can easily automate all of your basic things and just keep either a ready supply on hand or very quickly make a bunch of stuff. Applied Energistics 2 really takes it away. You've got to micromanage stuff. That's not something I'm 100% okay with. It actually aggravates the crap out of me, but there's really nothing I can do about it, so you gotta work with what you got. Let me make 3 more of these, 2, 3. So 8 of those. Now if I go dense, like this, and make ourselves 1 dense energy cube. Now this thing is very, very important because it's going to be our power interface for the network that we're going to be making. And we're going to need to make a bunch of smart cable as well. But let's go ahead. Oh, well, why don't we start with that? We'll make some smart cable. We only have 1. That's fine. We will make some smart fluix cable. We need to make some cloth-covered cable first. Which, why don't we just make, like, a bunch? No, there's 9. So then we got that, and we go smart. And now I make smart cable. Now I want red smart cable. So I will take red smart cable to start with, because we're going to need to color code this just a little bit. Alright, so first of all, let's go ahead. We're going to clear this out. For this is the area we shall build in. I have a bucket for the water, which I will grab. Get out of there. Now we only actually need 4 of these. Oh, excuse me. We actually only need 4. Hold on, let's actually get rid of tools we don't need, like that extra diamond pick and that guy. I don't know that I need my excavator, and I'm probably not going to need the chisel just yet. Nor will I need the builder's one, so we can put all those in there. That is very full. And, okay, I can pick all of this up. Grab our cable. Like this. I know how much you guys wanted that done. So we're going to get rid of you. And then we can store what we're not working on in the guy. And then we can clean up our cable run too. And like that. I started running that cable down, or actually no, that was a different cable. Never mind, forget I said anything. Okay, so we need a 5x5 slot, which coincides with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be our 5x5, so you have 1, 2, 3. And we'll need our shovel. And then this is be the 5. Let's grab our hammer. Right, so that should be our 5x5. We're going to need to make a little extra space there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we will need a little extra. So we'll go like that. And like that. And then we can see our actual 5x5 pit, which I'm going to fill in with a little bit of cobblestone to start with. Because we can always come back and modify where we're hooking into things. Then obviously we'll make this look all nice and neat and pretty when we're finished. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Okay, so here's our little happy home. And we're going to need to lay this out in a relatively specific manner. Let me just double check the actual orientation of things here. I don't know that it strictly matters here. Looking like... yeah, whatever's going to be the front is going to be that way. So I can just kind of orient things kind of wherever I want. Yeah, okay, so this will be the front like I was figuring originally. Oh, we also need a tesseract. What am I talking about? We also need a tesseract. Do I have any extra tesseract frames? I do. Look at that. It's almost like I planned this. Okay, let's be real, I didn't plan anything. Okay, I will need those. I'm not going to need the inverted bus, nor the gravel, or the energy acceptor. But I will need the rest of this stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and build the first layer of this machine. The first layer here is going to consist of a couple of different items, starting with the tesseract. We also need an interface, which we need to rename, by the way. So we're going to have to rename this bad boy on our anvil, which I have misplaced. Where's our anvil? Do I not actually have an anvil? Huh. Well, that's a problem. Oops. Anvil. Very damaged. No, I just want like a regular anvil. Thank you. Anvil goes like this. We'll toss him like that. And now we got to rename this interface in particular to a special name. That's one thing that's a kind of a a unique thing with interfaces in this is that you can rename them, and then that name will actually show up when you go to look for it. So we're looking for AE2 and then processors. Boom. Done. So this guy has been renamed, which is important, which I'm going to put in the right spot. And give me that. So he's going to go here. We also need a chest. Which I thankfully have several of in our current situation. So we're going to put a chest down, and we're going to say, you can go there using our crescent hammer, satieta wrench. We will make sure that that's going directly into there, and then we're going to have the machine inventory manager go right there, which we will deal with later. And then we have our one of our inscribers goes down. Where's the inscribers? I think they're in here. Here, all of you can go in there. And then, oh, you know why? Because all the inscribers are currently in use. That's why. So the one inscriber goes right here. And then we've got a bunch of cable routing to do. So we'll take our cable. And then the cable will get routed kind of like this. And this will be modified in just like a half second. So bear with me. We're also going to grab these. And we're good. Okay, so now I got to take the other 3 inscribers, and they're going to go on this wall. 1, 2, 3. And should you want to add wireless connectivity, this is where you would do it. You would put it in this corner here. And then we'll have our last inscriber go on the end, which is still over here. Don't forget your storage cards, acceleration cards. They are important. And these go here. And now we've got all 12, so we'll go 3. Oops. I'm putting them in the wrong slots. I will need to make more of these. And that's fine. So there we go. Those acceleration cards are in the right space. And then we've got, like that guy's there. The dense energy cube goes down in this corner. And I really hope that I'm actually aligning this to the front. If not, I'll be angry. But we'll see how well this works. So this guy will go there. And now chargers. Chargers need to go... Interesting. So we have... this interface has got to go here. Like that. Oh, we've got a piece of smart cable that's going to go in here as well. Which I put away. No, that's not what I wanted. I need a smart cable. So here's our smart cable. That guy goes right here. And then we have our chargers, which should be 4 chargers. Which will go... Can I angle these? Oh, I can. That's awesome. How do I angle it so that it's like upside down? Because I need this to like go a specific pattern here so that it actually like connects. Okay, so I'm going to do this way, and nope, I'm going to go. How does one do this? Okay, there we go. Okay, so now it's almost right. And there we go. So we got one, and then we have a second one that goes here. No, not there. Oh, I don't have my ring on. Duh. I'm like, why are you not coming to me? Because my ring has been put away. Ring. Ring. Okay, so we can go there. And then the other charger will go here. Like that. And then we have another charger and like... Oh, do we need 4 chargers? Do I need 4? I guess I do need 4, eh? Okay, hold on. Let's build one more charger. Unless I put another charger in here. I did. Okay. Whew. For a second, I thought I only needed 3. It's like, no, I'm pretty sure the recipe calls for 4. Okay, so those 2 are going to go here. And we can kind of model them here. So... Well, I guess these ones, that doesn't really matter. But yeah, you guys can see what I'm getting at. So these chargers will go on their sides. And then we got this guy here. Now, we're going to need to set these to some specific things. However, we're pretty much at a time. We're getting close to it by the look of things here. Getting pretty close. But we'll finish this guy up right here, right now. We're in bat mode already, so I gotta go like this. That guy's there. Okay, that guy's fine. Get out of the hole. Come on, rotate the way I want you to. There we go. And then the other one obviously will do the same thing. Or actually, hold on, let's take this out of here. And then I can put this interface back. There we go. So they're all rotated kind of where I want them. Is this okay? Is that kind of the way they had them? I don't think it really matters their orientation, to be perfectly frank. So we've got these 2 going into there, those 2 going in there. These are what these will be handling all of our charging and whatnot, Certus quartz. So we've got the item conduits, the dense energy, and this is kind of how it's going to look. We've got everything renamed, chargers, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Okay, so all of these wires now we need to actually adjust them. And this is the tedious portion of this, right? Let's go ahead and we'll adjust these to in, out, obviously insert, extract. Do I want redstone on or off is the question. I think we want them, let's see, blah, 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 disconnect conduits A and B from chargers. That's fine. Edit all remaining conduits which are touching chargers. I'm just reading the instructions here. Oh, yeah, okay, so we want disabled redstone control. And we're going to say in, out. That's fine, and I want to disconnect. I want to disconnect one of these ends, which I think are going to be these ones here. Yeah. Okay. So these get disconnected. Oh, come on. There you go. So those are disconnected like that. The sides obviously will be in and out, and that's going to be like this. Same mode. Same thing here. And what this allows it to do is to easily insert and extract the Certus quartz when it's working. So that guy will go like that. That guy's like that. Everything is looking pretty damn good. Then we have all of the inscribers to actually do in the chest. However, I feel like this is kind of dragging on for today. So I'm actually going to take this up next episode, and we will continue building our super duper amazing AE terminal. Everything will be made clear. You have no fear. Everything will be made to work. Power-wise, do these inscribers need power, don't they? I wonder how I'm going to achieve that. I'm not sure. We'll figure that out. I think Smart Cable actually will do stuff for us. At any rate, guys, this is the end of today's episode, as per usual. You can find more links I've done of work in the description box. If you like the episode, you guys know what to do. Hit the like button. As always, thanks for watching, guys. And, of course, I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.